Why should a lady have to call her councilwoman to tell her that there are men that come into her backyard and steal her fruit and defecate and burglarize the house?
The issue is these people don't have a place to live. And so either they're living, 22 in a rental property, or they're camping out in the fields.
Pero venimos buscando los dólares, la preciosidad de ustedes. Con $1 nosotros nos ganamos el día. Y son egoístas. Nos tratan como perros. Y eso es lo que nos duele.
In San Diego County, migrant workers have become more and more visible. Many were legalized under the 1986 immigration law. The demand for their labor is as great as ever, as development intensifies in one of the richest and fastest-growing areas in the country. $250,000 homes dot this region, as new communities spring up practically overnight. Scattered throughout this area, in stark contrast to many 2- and 3-car garage homes, are hundreds of makeshift migrant camps. Most are nearly invisible, unless you know where to find them. The living conditions here resemble what Americans expect only in the Third World. Shelters of plywood and plastic are for the lucky ones. Others live under bushes, or in these so-called spider holes. For months, even years at a time, they go without the basic necessities most Americans take for granted: running water, toilets, and electricity. The increasing visibility of these camps, right next to affluent neighborhoods, raises troubling questions. Can the rich look the other way while the poor who contribute to this wealth live in desperate conditions? Can a community exist when two groups face such different realities? Is there any alternative to living side by side as uneasy neighbors? Migrant workers have lived in poor conditions for generations. Americans first learned of their plight 30 years ago with the broadcast of the CBS documentary Harvest of Shame, reported by Edward R. Murrow.
This is CBS Reports, Harvest of Shame. It has to do with the men, women, and children who harvest the crops in this country of ours, the best-fed nation on earth. These are the forgotten people, the underprotected, the undereducated, the underclothed, the underfed.
Americans were shocked in 1960 to see their fellow citizens living in these squalid conditions. However, in many respects, these labor camps are better than the living conditions found today in many migrant camps in Southern California.
¿Cómo estamos? Señor les bendiga. Vamos a tener una reunión aquí en la capilla ahorita, ¿eh? Y todos vamos a reunirnos aquí.
Rafael Martinez is visiting the Green Valley Camp, one of the largest migrant camps in San Diego County. Martinez came to San Diego to retire from his career as a Presbyterian minister. Appalled by the conditions in these camps, he soon became a welcome visitor, where migrants named him the Angel of the Hills.
These people have been living here in these canyons for many years, and they had never been this clash with society. What has infringed on the area is not these people who had been here for years, but is the development of houses, of these expensive homes, country clubs, and the like.
Green Valley is the name for this entire area, flanked on different sides by the affluent communities of La Costa, Carlsbad, and Encinitas. In any given year, depending upon the season, as many as 400 men, women, and children have lived here. In earlier years, many migrants worked in agriculture. Today, contrary to popular belief, most do not. They work as unskilled laborers in construction, landscaping, and all kinds of domestic jobs.
If these people are here, they are here because we offer them jobs, because we have work for them, because we need them. In the past, whenever someone was very much annoyed by the presence of these people who were undocumented, they called the Border Patrol, and they came and removed them and clean up the area. This has changed. The Border Patrol can come, and they have gone through the fields and all this camping and find out that 75 to 80%, so they tell us, are documented legal residents.
A sense of community exists in the Green Valley camp. Regular church services take place here on Sundays. English classes are conducted on weekday evenings. Today's meeting has been called because the residents have heard that the camp may be closed.
Miren, yo sé que ustedes estaban muy preocupados porque hace unos 3 días salió un artículo en el periódico que decía que teníamos que salir de aquí para el día 5, o sea, para el viernes de la semana que viene. No va a haber nada de que hay que salir de aquí la semana que viene. A nadie lo pueden echar de aquí hasta enero. Y no cooperen con nadie que lo está echarán, ¿ok? José Carrasco. Ustedes son primos, los 3.
Although Reverend Martinez hopes that the Green Valley camp will not be closed, he's already starting to make arrangements to relocate as many residents as possible.
Un nombre, Rafael Oliva, Jorge Oliva.
Martinez is particularly concerned about several women in the camp who are pregnant.
¿Cómo se llama? I'm out here on the camp. I got 2 pregnant.